Boxer Boy goes in. We will be ready for a start. And they're off in the finale. They broke well, but Tigersaurus Rex breaks best on the inside. That is Tough Trooper right there with him in second. Couple of links back, you have Taxoma and Cherokee Will. Couple more links back, and you have The Last Moxie, Double R Cat. I'm a Boxer Boy, and Chata Citizen can see them all. About 12 links covers the entire field. They cross the quarter pole, and that is still Tough Trooper in front, fighting it out with Tigersaurus Rex on the front end. The Last Moxie is in third. On the outside, Texoma is trying to make a move, but it looks like it's going to be Tough Trooper and Tigersaurus Rex inside the 16th pole. Tough Trooper looking tough, but here comes the Last Moxie on the outside. Can Tough Trooper hold on? No, he can't. The Last Moxie gets up in the final two strides. Close for third. I'm a Boxer Boy. Might have snuck in for the show spot there on the inside. Hold all tickets. 16-1 on the Last Moxie. And when Lucky to Bucky goes in, we'll be ready for a start. And they're off in the seventh. Lucky to Bucky broke very well on the outside as they clear the chute and go into the back stretch. Lucky to Bucky has a slight lead on the inside. That is Promise Code. A length back to Kick It Again Bob in the green. Then another length back to Dancing Devil. There's Send the Boss in the red on the inside. Couple of links back to Mr. Peloton and Big Brave Oak. You can see them all as they go into the far turn. Lucky to Bucky holds on to a 3/4 length lead. Promise Code right there. And another length back on the inside to Send the Boss, along with Dancing Devil and Mr. Peloton starting to make a move from that second tier. Kick It Again, Bob, and Big Brave Okie are far back. They get to the top of the stretch, and it is still Lucky to Bucky. On the inside, that's Promise Code, and Send the Boss keeps coming on. They're past the 8th pole now. It is Lucky to Bucky trying to make every pole a winning one, but on the inside, Send the Boss in one final surge, and it's going to be Send the Boss in front. Send the Boss, Lucky to Bucky, Promise Code makes up the podium here in the 7th race. Hold all tickets. They're off in the 5th. Good start for them all. Sorcerer's Girl breaks best. Sorcerer's Girl will have the lead as they go into the clubhouse turn. That's Ruby the Destroyer in the green. On the outside, second to her inside. That is War Music third. A couple of links back to Tom's Girl, Gee She's Fancy. And With Her Boots On will be sixth and last as we finish the first quarter mile of the race. They come down the backstretch, and that is Sorcerer's Girl clear by 2 links. War Music on the inside, second. To her outside, that is Ruby the Destroyer in the green in third. Another 3 links back, and that is With Her Boots On the inside, fourth. Tom's Girl in fifth. And Gee She's Fancy is sixth. About 5 links separate them all as they pass the half-mile pole and go into the far turn. Right now, Sorcerer's Girl is large and in charge by 2 links. On her outside, that is still War Music in the white, second. With Her Boots On is in third. Ruby the Destroyer in the green in fourth. Tom's Girl and Gee She's Fancy can see them all. They get to the top of the stretch, and it is still Sorcerer's Girl. Shake clear. She must be clear by 5 by now. Sorcerer's Girl with Her Boots On in second. Tom's Girl coming up to get into the front 3, but no one is getting Sorcerer's Girl today. Every inch a winner. Sorcerer's Girl in front. Tom's Girl second. With Her Boots On third. War Music fourth. Ruby the Destroyer fifth. Gee, she's fancy 6th. Hold all tickets. And when Inari goes in, we will be ready for start. And they're off in the 5th, and Inari broke well on the outside, along with Lettuce Legacy as they thunder into the backstretch. Lettuce Legacy has a lead. There is Kiss and Tell right up with Lettuce Legacy, about a half length back to Letter Buck, and Inari and Hot Lips Houlihan trails the field, but there's about 3 lengths that separates the entire lot as they pass the half-mile pole. That is Lettuce Legacy cleared by about 3/4 lengths over Kiss and Tell in the blue. On the outside, Inari is starting to make up some ground. Another length back to Letter Buck, and Hot Lips Houlihan appears to have resigned her commission here as we pass the quarter pole. They get to the top of the stretch, and now Inari asserts herself on the outside. Lettuce Legacy fights back on the inside, and between horses, that is Kiss and Tell. They get past the 8th pole. It's Lettuce Legacy and Inari. These two, and now Lettuce Legacy is pulled away as they get by the 16th pole. Now 70 yards to come, and it's Lettuce Legacy in front. Inari 2nd. Kiss and Tell 3rd. Hot Lips Houlihan 4th. And Letter Buck was 5th. Hold all tickets. We will be ready for start. And they're off in the 3rd. Blue Moon River off a step slow. She's a Fashion Queen, however, goes right out to the front. Flat Out Fancy is going to challenge for the lead as they pass the clubhouse turn. There's Carson K in the 3 path in the green in 3rd. On the inside, Majestic Irons is saving all the ground. And the back two are Blue Moon River and Medicine Show. They come out of the clubhouse turn, and we finish the first quarter of the race, and it's a 2-way battle right now for the lead, with She's a Fashion Queen and Carson K up front. But right on the inside, that is Flat Out Fancy in 3rd. Medicine Show is up there. Blue Moon River. Now Majestic Irons is back into 6th. But you can almost throw a blanket over the entire field as they break past the half-mile pole. And now it's Blue Moon River and Medicine Show taking over. Majestic Irons and Curtis Kimes in hot pursuit in 3rd, as is Carson K in the green. A couple of links back to She's a Fashion Queen and Flat Out Fancy. They come out of the far turn, and it's a 3-horse race now. Blue Moon River, Medicine Show, and now here comes Majestic Irons. Majestic Irons strikes to the lead as they get to the top of the stretch. Majestic Irons and Blue Moon River. And there's Carson K ducked in on the inside. Carson K now has the lead as they pass the 8th pole. Carson K has a 2-length lead over Flat Out Fancy. Flat Out Fancy taking a run at it. Inside 70 yards, it's Carson K, Flat Out Fancy, and Flat Out Fancy in front. Carson K second, close for 3rd between Medicine Show and Majestic Irons. Hold all tickets.